Shane, you had a long break and a self-imposed break, and you're back now and you've just got some really good news.
Yes, I got some really good news on Christmas Day. Good Christmas present. I found out that I'm going to be fighting on the UFC Melbourne card with Kai Fadi in Israel. I'll be fighting this American guy, Austin Arnett. He won the Dana White Contender Series. He got into the UFC on this. He's had a couple of fights. Don't really know too much about him other than he's 6 foot. But that's all good because all we know is that I'm the underdog, undersized, outnumbered. But we're always going to win. Underdog always wins, eh? But yeah, that's in 6 weeks from this Sunday. So I've been training hard at the gym. But already knew that I was going to get the call up. I knew well before anyone else knew. So I've been training hard, yeah.
Did you know who your opponent was going to be? Or?
No, I didn't know. And I didn't even know that I was going to be on the card. No one knew, but I knew. You know what I mean? Like, I knew, only because if you look at what's happening right now with us here, CKB, it's a similar thing to what has just happened with Bam Bam and Tyson. Look, all the sponsors, they even get DC to do a shoey. They're trying to create a market down here in Oceania. And, well, I'm sorry, there's a market here in Oceania and they're trying to create superstars for it. So I'm not saying I'm a superstar, but that's what they want. And I just happen to be pretty cool. Nah. But yeah, so I knew that they were going to want me on that card. I knew they were going to want all of us on the card. Maybe even, nah, it's a bit way too quick of a turnaround for D after his massive fight. But yeah, if he hadn't just fought 2 weekends ago, or a few weeks ago, then he'd definitely be on the card as well. But we're on the come up. It's the second or third wave of combat sports in New Zealand. And it's funny how it's still from that same lineage of Balmoral Liga who led the charge before. And then it's same like sort of buzz here, but it's just an MMA now. But it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
It certainly is, yeah. When did you come back to training after your layoff?
I've been training. I've never stopped training. I only stopped training when I went back home for 6 weeks because it was just 10 years of not really being there that much. 6 weeks at least I could give them as the mornings and the evenings. So whenever I wanted to train, it was like go to train or sit here with my family, which doesn't seem like to some people, I bet, especially after Christmas, they'd be like, oh, what? Sit down with your aunties and uncles and just talk. Done. Like that's done. But that's the best. That's what like our people were doing hundreds of years ago, and the only thing you could do. But now we get so distracted with like phones and blah blah blah. But now, having done that 6 weeks, that's why I didn't go down to Napier for Christmas. So I'm not going anywhere for New Year's. It's because I've already did all that. I had my little break, and I've just been training all the way through, living the lifestyle of a martial artist.
So basically renewing ties and that.
Yeah. Well, you never lose ties with family. That's a cool thing about it. I went back and I was looking for love, and that's all I got. It was just like poured onto me, and made me feel real refreshed and re-energized. How I think of it now is I feel like I'm 15 again, like that imagination of like, oh, I can do what. I feel like I actually feel like that kid when I was like, man, one day I'd love to be in the UFC. Yeah. But now it's like I'm already in the UFC, so it's even loftier goals, which have, to be honest, they're not just to do with fighting. It's not like, oh, I want to be a world champion. It's beyond. It's like 7 years away, and it's more than just fighting. So it is real cool to know that I'm doing the same thing again, yeah. But now at a smarter, I'm wiser, fitter. You know, we're at another level, but it's still the same like childlike hunger for it and just drive. So
you're getting a second opportunity to go on your first journey.
That's exactly how it feels. That's exactly how it feels. And now I get to do it exactly how because before there were choices that were made for me that I couldn't choose because I was just young, 16, 17, 18, just, oh, fight this guy, fight that guy, okay, do this, do that. But I kept up with it because of it's just so fun and enjoyable. And I feel that same way now, but now we're going to Melbourne to fight a dude. Oh, sorry. We're going to Melbourne. Yeah, I'm just getting so excited. We're going to Melbourne to fight a dude in the UFC. Whereas before it's like, oh, we got a dude, like, we're going to go to Wanganui and fight some dude for kickboxing. And I was like, oh, wow, oh my gosh, we're going to do that. Now it's that same like excitement, but it's fighting 6 foot tall American dude. Like, you know, it's just another name, another face, blah, 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 another arena. But now there's 20,000 people and there's like, oh, it's everything I want and more. So just happy as.
Well, I'll tell you what, your enthusiasm is infectious, and I bet it's rubbing off everybody here as well.
It's part of what makes, I'm not saying I'm it, but all of us are like this. That's why this place is so special. It's not even a gym anymore. I don't see it as a gym anymore. It's like something more than that. I don't even want to say church because it's like gives it its other preconceived notions. It's just it's a place where you come and you leave better, always better, either happier, you learn a new joke, learn a new technique, or you've come out like, you know, 0.01% fitter or better. Just, you always come in here as you are, and you leave a little bit better every single time, and it's been magical. Yeah,
mate. We're going to follow your journey right up to Melbourne.
yeah,
So
yeah, awesome.
cheers.
6 weeks, team. We got this. Yo, thanks for that.
mate.
Cheers.
Fantastic, excellent, brother.
Yeah, man, straight up. Feels so good. Even this, you know, we're doing interviews. Remember being interviewed at the back of I was at a hotel and I was the main event or something for some reason. It was my first ever boxing fight and they made me the main event. I was like, and then you were interviewing me and I was like, oh, it's all good, Rob. It's chill. It's just like all those other fights, but it was like all this glamour, and I was like, you made me feel like comfortable because it just reminded me ABA, you know, just all that same stuff. But yeah, brother.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, man. Yeah.
Ah, sure.
Cool.